hi. This is Paul Slackis, Good News Planet. I'm speaking to Leigh Anne Tuohy. Hi, Leigh Anne. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Paul?
Okay. You're the inspiration behind the movie The Blind Side and the adoptive mother, NFL offensive tackle Michael Oher. Thank you for being such a good Samaritan and a good person in this world.
Oh, well, would you tell my husband that, please?
Those are the good marriages, I can tell. That's really wonderful. You know, we're a couple days before the Super Bowl, and it's a big honor to get to speak with you. Let me ask you, though, because I think adoption in this regard is one of the most honorable things a person could ever do. What inspired you to do that? You know, you see a movie and it's, you know, it's all great and wonderful because it's a great thing to do. But what do you think about adopting somebody?
Oh, I think people that adopt children are the heroes in this world. I think our policemen, our firemen, our soldiers, yes, they're heroes. But people that adopt kids are true heroes because, you know, there isn't a child in this world that asks to be put in the situation that they're in. Every kid wants a forever family. Every kid wants to wake up in the morning knowing that there's someone that loves them and cares what happens to them that day. And it's just unfortunate and it's heartbreaking that we have hundreds of thousands of kids in this country that age out of foster care every day that never know that feeling. And, you know, I think right now there's 140,000 and change of kids that are adoptable right this moment. I think we have 145,000 plus faith-based organizations. If every faith-based organization in this country would be responsible for placing one child in a loving home, we would wipe out the need for foster care. And, you know, so it's something manageable. We might not can manage the socioeconomic, Social Security, ISIS, whatever it is. That takes a lot. This is not. This is rather simple. So sometimes it's mind-boggling to me why we don't, you know, step up and eliminate this, you know, horrific situation of these kids that are, have no families, have never been told they were loved, that sleep under bridges, that are living out of a garbage can. I mean, I have a child that did that, and we did one simple random act of kindness, and we turned our car around, and it changed his life forever, but it certainly changed ours, and it changed it for the better.
Well, once again, thank you very much, Reverend Paul Slackis. So I'm really very thankful for the good that you have done, and actually you did it for somebody who actually then became a very superstar in the world of sports, and because of your goodness, he went on. He became a professional football player, and now we're going to talk about some good things to do for the Super Bowl, how to entertain, which I guess is in your soul as well. Some recipes and entertaining. So give us some idea of some good things we can do for the Super Bowl.
Well, you know, I think that what the biggest misconception when people start planning a party is they want to make it such a daunting task, and it really doesn't have to be. You can pull a few simple things together, which I think is why like a company like Hormel comes to me, because I'm not, everyone knows, you saw the movie, I don't cook, I don't like to cook, I don't profess to cook, I don't like a kitchen, but there are times in your life when all those become a necessity, and Super Bowl is such a great event. Whether you're, you know, entertaining your entire neighborhood or your office or just immediate, you know, friends and family, you still want it to be a fun, festive event. So I like to run into a grocery store and just grab what I can and make, you know, people think that I really worked all day. You know, I sprinkle a little water on my face and make them think I've just been slaving. And really, I love, and I've actually used it. This one of the recipes that we're using this year with Hormel's, we, you know, take the little tortilla rounds with the cookie cutter, and we cut little 3-inch squares, and you pop them in a muffin tin, spray a little, you know, something on there so they don't stick, and then you take the chili that's already in a can, already cooked. I like mine with the whole, you know, beans and everything. Some people don't. But you take the Hormel chili, you put it in the cup, and you put it in the oven, and you bake it for like 10 minutes at 400, and when you take it out, you sprinkle a little cheese on it. And then I have already gotten all this ready to go for Sunday. I've got sour cream. I've got some picante. I'm going to chop up some green onions, several little things you can put out so people can kind of individualize their own little cup of chili, and it comes in your little tortilla cookie cutter thing that you baked, comes out real crisp. And, you know, people hold them in their hands and then put what they want to on them. And I've used this for several parties during the football season. Everybody loves it. It's a great hit, and it's so simple, but it's really pretty, and it comes out looking like you've really been in the kitchen working all day. So it's a great little appetizer to serve. And, there's so many little things you can do like that to individualize what you're doing, to make it seem personal. Grab a few napkins with, footballs on it. Figure out a scoring game to get everybody interactive in the actual Super Bowl. There's all kind of little little sidebars you can do like that to pull people in that aren't even football fans. But just make everyone feel included and a part of the game. Have half the guests wear one team's colors, half of them wear the other. Trust me, I've been down this football road. I could give you ideas all day to make people. I've done the Super Bowl. I've won the Super Bowl. I feel like I played every down of the Super Bowl. So it's a great time, and it doesn't just have to be for football fans. It can just be for people that like to have a good time, which we all are like that.
Now, you also have that. Now, you're the hostess with the mostest, I can tell, because you're one upbeat person and positive person. How about the hostess themselves? I mean, in the food world, sometimes these chefs they go into weeds. They get, in essence, at some point they can, it can become too much, overwhelming. But how do you stay centered in that whole process of, entertaining and many things happening and sort of like you're in charge? How do you hold on to yourself?
Well, I've been married. Sean and I have been married for 33 years, and the first half of our life, we would have all these parties, and at the end of it, I would go, "Oh, I'm just exhausted, and this was not fun," because the hostess rarely enjoys himself. So I've learned in this last half of my life that the hostess needs to enjoy themselves as much as the guests do. So that's why I go to products that are already pre-done or ready to go, and then put them with things that look like I slaved all day. And that's, I think, very important for the Super Bowl. Do some appetizers that are, have razzle-dazzle when you put them on your table, yet you have not had to slave in the kitchen, so you can enjoy yourself, you can enjoy your guests, you can spend time with them. That's why I tell you, one of the products, and I'm not just, I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't like these products, because I get asked to endorse things all the time, and I go, no, you're not working for me. These products do work for me. Like Hormel, they have a barbecue, this Lloyd, and it's really already kind of done. It's ready. You just buy it in the package, you heat it up, and then you can get little slider buns, and you can get slaw. They've got great celery slaw that's theirs, or make your own. Barbecue sauce. And once again, you can get all these options for your barbecue sliders, and the stuff is already pre-made, and you don't have to, spend 6 hours getting a pork and roasting it and pulling it off, and you don't have to go through all that, which so many people do. I'm like, walk in the grocery store, pick up the stuff already done, take it home, and act like you've been working on it all day. You can fool a lot of people if you try hard. So that's my recommendation. So the host you enjoy yourself.
Sometimes something happens, right, at an event, at the party too. You just have to be centered, right?
Correct.
It's all good. Let me ask you three quick last questions. What's your website that we can send people to go see? Do they have the recipes that we are speaking about?
Yes, you can go to LeighAnneTuohy.com, and we will have these recipes posted there. And you can also go to Hormel Foods. That's where I look through to find these recipes. They have listings of recipes after recipes. And I seriously just sat down for about 15 minutes and pulled several great ones out that I wanted to use for the Super Bowl. So there's other recipes other than just ones that I'm promoting and talking about. You might see something else that sparks your interest on there. So there are wonderful recipes on Hormel's website as well.
Okay, and then two last questions. What's good news for you?
Well, the good news is that I have a new book. I'll be out in about 2.5 weeks, and I'm really excited about it. I've been working about a year and a half. It's called Turnaround. You can pre-order on my website, LeighAnneTuohy.com. It's a challenge book. People ask me every day, what can I do? How can I make a difference? Or I can't make a difference. Well, you know what? No more excuses, because we have literally gone through and we have given you every day 2 to 3 things that you can do to make a difference. Some of them are very small. Some of them are larger projects that would take, a friend or a family member to help you. And if you don't have, we're not saying do every one of these every day. We're saying a couple days a week, pull something out of here and do it. And if people will pick up this book and they will do these, I think that we will see a massive amount of the paying it forward type of movement that we all like to see. So I'm very excited about this book coming out.
I love it. When the book comes out or whenever it's good for you, I offer to do a special interview with you about that.
Well, I would love that. I would love that, Paul.
The last question, because that's our thing. And in regard to that thing, so we're very involved with world peace and achieving world peace. We have Times Square, Central Park, Silicon Valley, and we're trying the rest of the world. On September 21st is the International Day of Peace, the United Nations. All the countries of the world agreed to a day for peace. Now we need to make it all happen, right? Similar to what you're speaking about. So we're asking people, and I just finished a book also coming out, Achieving World Peace. So the important thing is that we want everybody on the world peace page. What is peace for you?
Oh, I think peace is loving someone that doesn't look like you. Peace is realizing that families don't have to match. Peace is, looking at the person next to you and smiling. Peace means a lot of things to a lot of people. It's not just always about guns and war and killings, which I understand that's a lot of it. But, we're never going to achieve anything anywhere in this world unless we have peace. So start within your 3 feet around you. Start within your peace. And if you make peace, right around you, and everyone does that, then I think it'll have a rippling effect.
Yeah, beautiful person. Dan, thank you so much. Appreciate it, and have a great time at Super Bowl.
You as well. Talk to you later. Thanks.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.